paradigms. I am launching into space! Give me money!
Welcome to the Diglette cast! It's the paradigm. Just the paradigm. That's all we are. Part 1. Woo!
We are the Paradigm Cast.
I'm here. You know the name. It's Co-Pilot Coco. I'm here with Massive.
I'm massive. That's me. It me.
He is, in fact, massive.
He's a big boy.
Not really.
I can see him from my house.
I'm very average size.
Now, the funny thing about Massive...
On my name. I'm kind of catfishing people a little bit. But...
The funny thing about Massive is that he's kind of my counterpart as the co-host, because...
So everyone...
You know... I'm kind of like to hyperbolize a bit. I'm kind of like a Digi stan.
So you're pen
Not really,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I'm generally optimistic. And Massive has been known to be a little bit of a stressor as of late. On the side
that one time that
the Digi
Massive was
content.
pretty negative about the freaking finish or fail full dive, and then Digi like rage quit.
Digi to leave the
But-
fucking Discord.
but we're all friends.
So everyone, go ahead and give one fun fact about themselves.
Wait, no, hang on.
We're gonna
Yeah,
go around the
joking.
room. Everyone.
So, okay, we're here with DemiSpirit.
Yo. Do I have to give a fact about myself?
Okay.
No, I was joking.
That was just an awkward
Say
pause.
anything.
Yeah, I'm DemiSpirit. I
Just
don't
say
have a
anything.
YouTube channel. I talk in the Digi Discord quite a lot, and I was invited to be here, and I hope I will be on all 3 episodes.
There might be more,
Sick.
but yeah.
We are also here with Slimbro.
Hey everyone, I am notorious for being the second coming of Wada. I'm also the alter ego of Digibro and Econ. DM me.
Yeah. No one calls him that.
I'm nigga.
And,
And those Timmies.
no.
Tim, I swear to God.
Thosetimis.
I
It's
hope all of you
Thosetimis.
die. It is Thosetimis. If you pronounce my name, you are
So
going to go
did
to
you guess
hell.
it right
That
on the
is a
last
fact.
try?
Yeah, but that
Yeah, he
doesn't
did.
count.
On the third try,
Okay.
he was right. But I don't care.
So he doesn't get the
doesn't get
$100.
Yeah.
No, he does not.
do.
Okay,
Uh,
so
I
I
why
laughed
are we
asked
so
this
hard
question
when
like
he
8
said
times
that
last
because I
time.
knew your name.
Fantastic.
Yes, Thosetimis?
Hi, I'm gay. That's my fun fact.
Okay, great. So why are we here?
We're here to talk about all of the content that the 21st Century Digital Brother has uploaded on his main channel all through the month of August. Because it's been sort of like, it's been an arc in and of itself. As I've said before, like, one of these month challenges is essentially a Nuzlocke, and a Nuzlocke is essentially a narrative that you add on top of something else that you're doing.
And
So we're here to explore that, and we're here to give our opinions on each little step.
we will
Which
be
is a
going
video.
through each video one by one, starting from the first one, My Hero Academia, all the way through Shinsekai Yori video, the last one.
Not in
No.
this episode.
Well, not
This
in
ep-
this.
yeah,
Well,
not
in this episode, we're doing the first 10
Which
videos from My Hero Academia to Full Dive Muhyo to Rouji, which is the first full dive.
I think we're also still thinking about Isaiah getting punched.
No, we're not.
Oh, are we?
We're
No,
not.
No, we're
Wasn't
not.
that posted
did not-
No,
on
we're
the
not.
10th?
I did not take notes on
I
that.
took
so
notes
I
on
would
it
say
and
no.
can just switch over to my other thing.
All right,
But I guess we're
well,
not doing it,
we
and
won't
that's
do it.
perfectly
We're-
fine.
We'll go as
All right,
far
the
as
official
as we feel like.
end point. Everything will be in the description as well. But the official end point will be at Finish or Fail Full Dive Muhyo to Rouji. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So make sure to take out the cliff notes for all the links
Yeah.
and stuff.
Right.
I didn't
right,
take
right.
any notes.
Well,
But
I know
You
who's
take
not
notes?
coming back next week.
I have 23
fuck
words
you,
of
man. I'm the
notes,
host. Okay.
No, I'm the
Okay.
Senate.
I've been carrying this podcast all by myself. All 2 minutes of this.
I mean,
podcast.
you are actually
the end
very
of the-
necessary for this to work, since you have a negative opinion on it.
Yeah, seriously. Also,
yeah, you're a
Massive-
good perspective.
Also, Massive has done most of the legwork
True,
for this
true,
podcast
true.
so far. Like,
What? He made a Google Docs and that's it.
Okay,
Dude,
well,
okay, guys, it's been
that's
7
more
minutes and we
networking
haven't started
than
stay
yet.
on topic.
Okay,
We'll-
okay,
there.
okay.
Let's start.
Okay. So, how about we could talk about Digibro?
Why not just
Okay,
jump
we
into
can-
the first
Uh,
video?
no. Let's start right
just
right
jump
into the
video.
videos.
So,
Okay, the first video.
Go ahead.
Oh, I apologize. So the first video is My Hero Academia and the quest for the perfect shonen anime.
It sucks.
Okay.
It's kinda
so,
Good.
well, actually, this is the start of the month. This is the first video that I thought would get a lot more views than it did.
I mean, I think Digi
yeah,
thought the
for
same
sure.
thing, and he basically admitted to
marketed
it later.
horribly.
The whole point of this was to talk about something relevant in the anime community to hook people, and then the second episode is essentially the real beginning of the arc and what he's going to talk about. After he hooked
Yeah,
people, he's going to talk about the
So-
real shit that's going on here.
But
Exactly.
but this
so-
video does have interesting things about it. I think the editing is very inventive. I like. It seems because it's the same thing because he has like multiple screens, multiple monitors being filmed on a camera.
He even went so far when he
they're-
needed to fill, because this was a reference back to him doing a Hunter x Hunter video, and he did it in that style. And he went so far, instead of just using that footage that he did for the Hunter x Hunter video, he just put it up on his monitor and filmed his monitor, because he just wanted to like have all the videos be like that.
I like
Great.
that.
Yeah, and I feel
Yeah,
like
so-
having them all on a monitor as opposed to like having like 4 corners filled in like an editing software with 4 different clips makes it a lot more chaotic and weird.
Yeah, but you don't really need to follow
agree,
what
yeah.
he's taught. Like, the thing is, it's mainly what he's saying. Like, that only basically shows. It's just, hey, here's some shonen shows on the screen. It's not entirely relevant to what he's talking about. It's just really, it's just an interesting way of editing it while you're listening to what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's fun to watch, and I like the part near
So-
the beginning where Tom is like lip syncing the thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Into
so
this
for the
video.
people in the audience who don't know who Digibro is and just
Nobody
Jackson Coco,
nobody is going to be in the
So-
audience
Nobody's
watching
gonna
this
know.
video.
Whoever doesn't know who Digibro
At
is,
this
go
point-
and
at
frickin'
this
just
stage of the
look up
game.
Digibro and watch his content.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes
Yeah,
the
one
anime
Twitter
So-
and have that be your first impression. Just
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody's going
So
to watch
in
this video and be
this
not
video-
watching video. While watching
In
the
My Hero
video.
Academia video, he talks about how shonen is inherently likable, and it's generally the same story.
And I mean,
you know, you have this
Digi's video,
protagonist
I think,
trying
this
to
one very much is.
overcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So-
I think that this
No,
video
well,
is
I mean,
pretty
he
basic
did-
shit. He just talks about.
Why do you think that?
I mean, it's all like, yeah, no shit, Shonen's likable. Why do you think people like it?
Well, yeah, this video is pretty basic. It's stuff people have already
Here's the
said. Like
thing.
people have been saying.
This isn't
That's
really a revolutionary video. It is just a relevant video. Like, when I gave all of these like scores out of 5, I gave this a 2.5 or a 3 out of 5. Like, it's just average, it's standard, it doesn't do anything special, but it's not something that I think is a detriment. Maybe
Now that I think about it, I think he's made this exact point before. I
it was
can't
probably just,
think
it's
of where it
really
was. Oh, yeah,
just to
every
have a
video
place
this
to
month
say it,
is
where
made.
that's the focus. It's not just some offhanded comment in a
Yeah.
forum or some other video.
Yeah.
and he was able to do it in
Well,
a very
this-
unique way as well.
Yeah, this concept is very uninspired. If a lot more people have made it, like I'm pretty sure Eyepatch Wolf explains why shonen is like the way, like the concept of shonen, like better in some
Well,
of his videos.
the point of it wasn't why
Uh,
shonen is generally appealing. That was just a brief part.
Well-
It's why Boku no Hero is doing it so well, and it's
Yeah,
And it's entirely based on what it's not doing.
such
wrong.
as I think the most relevant one,
Yeah.
which is the fact that it goes for being seasonal. It doesn't just run all year. It just releases one
Yeah.
season a year.
I feel like Jeff Thu made that point like a year ago.
yeah,
But like I
everything-
said, the whole
everyone-
point of this video
This
is just
is
to
all
have it
basic
all
stuff.
in one place instead of it being an offhand comment in somewhere else.
Of course,
Right.
I feel like
yeah.
Digi was bored making this video, and that's why the editing is so weird.
He made the video to capitalize on
And to
My
get
Hero
people
Academia,
invested in the
and
August
didn't-
content.
Didn't end up working.
But not enough
Right.
people
Yeah.
watch
Yeah.
it. It only has
It didn't really
60,000
Yeah,
views.
it didn't work,
That's like,
but it was his idea.
I think
He
he
even
also
said
wanted
so
it to,
later on in his retrospective.
Yeah, I rate this video 6
Yeah,
out of
that's
10.
essentially my grade.
Damn. Are you rating these videos out of 10? I'm
gonna
really
rate,
rating them out of 1, like pass or fail.
Okay. Essentially,
Yeah.
for
Wait,
me,
hold on. Pass or fail as a satisfying
Yes.
video?
well,
It's satisfying in the way.
Oh
of,
yeah.
So here's why I think it's satisfying.
Satisfactometer.
Because like if you were to look at these at like on like a playlist, like after they're all done, this one is a very good way of getting you into like, okay, there's a slightly new aesthetic here. We're getting a lot more like of Digi on camera, and there's going to be a lot more like comedy aspect to the editing, you know.
Right.
So I give it a 1 out of 1.
I would say
it is
yeah,
it is a
passes.
satisfying video. You would say
for me,
Yeah,
if it
why not?
is,
It was fun.
that a satisfactometer.
Yeah, the satisfactometer, it like just hits satisfying. Like it's good for what it is, but it doesn't do much else. It's not like, whoa, this is the best point I've ever heard, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it passes for me too.
Whoever edits this video better put a fucking satisfactometer in the bottom right.
A satisfactometer? Okay.
just
Yeah,
like
anyway.
everyone's ratings next to their names.
No,
I'm not gonna
yes,
rate
kinda.
shit, dude. That's fucking dumb.
Got him.
Thank you.
I actually made a
Okay.
3x3 of all the videos, but that
I know, I saw it. It sucked.
He
Oh my
sucks.
god.
So we moving on to the
Alright,
second
anyway.
one.
Anything
Are we
else to
done?
say before we move on? Yeah,
Alright.
let's move on. Alright. Push meme to the edge. All my faves are dead.
I really like this video. This video is a cool
Me
aesthetic.
too.
It's got great music. It starts the trend of Digibro removing his DVD
Yes.
and manga shelf.
That is
That's
true.
a recurring
Love.
trend. I just
Yeah, which happens
does
like
he
3 more
know-
times this month.
Oh wait, actually, I do have a
Does he
comment
know that
about
that,
the Boku no
what?
Hero video, which I made a note of. He says that it's otaku gonzo journalism, but it's not anymore.
That's
Damn.
true.
Does he know? I wonder if he knows that that holographic Naruto Volume 1 is.
No,
like,
he's talked
probably
about that
money.
before, but it has a
He's
stupid
just, like,
bend in
tossing
it
it
because
around.
of some kid he lent it to.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Dicks.
sad.
Okay, well, this video, Push Me to the Edge, has got great music, and it's pretty much
Yeah.
Digibro talking about how great people are dying, and their art is something that they might never be replicated.
The title of the
Because-
video, by the way, for all you uneducated people out there,
Yeah.
is a reference, I believe, to a Lil Yachty song.
Oh, is
a-
that right? Rap is
There's a
bad,
little
so I wouldn't know
fun fact.
that.
Anyway, yeah, but this video is shit. You know, it's pretty terrible. It definitely
What?
doesn't pass.
What? What do you
And
mean?
then-
Why do you think it's
Why?
terrible?
Okay.
Well, the video is way too. It's like so overly sentimental.
That's what I like about it. I really love
shit. All
the writing in it is really
And-
flowery, and the delivery is really like.
Okay, but why do
solemn.
you think he is being sent? Why do you? Okay, you didn't connect to the sentimentality of it. What do you think he was trying to get sentimental about, Massive?
about how everything how one day everything's gonna.
And
die.
do you not think he was
How-
trying to relate this to himself and what he is trying to do right now?
Yeah, I mean maybe to him it's sentimental, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I think this was very relevant because he talks about the death of everything. He talks about Ray Harryhausen and Satoshi Kon and the impacts they left behind and how they couldn't be replicated. He talks about what was it?
Isato Kahara
Yeah,
and
he
Ghibli.
even talks
Everybody's
about.
gonna
He
die.
doesn't
Okay.
even just talk about
Everybody's
artists. He
gonna
also
fucking
talks about
die.
the deaths of OVAs due to Japan's economic crash. He talks about the death of cell animation as they made the switch to digital animation and started to focus on more action and moe shows.
He also touched upon the death
Yes.
of physical media and how
Yeah, and this
apparently eventually no one's gonna want it because
And
everyone's
he
digital,
also,
no one wants to
at
have all
that
this
point,
stuff.
he starts to talking about, in a way, the death of himself. He says he used to think someone was crazy for throwing away anime cases, and how he used to care about representing his identity through art he enjoyed. And this is representing how he himself has died as a person, he has changed, and how that's what he's
Right, he's
trying to
kinda
do
moved
in
on.
August. He is trying, and that's essentially what failing as fast as possible is about. He is trying to kill the current self as fast as possible and learn from all these videos. As the
Yeah,
meme
well,
went,
I was gonna
destroy,
say
build,
because,
destroy.
yeah, I mean I was gonna say
Oh God.
Say-
WK.
say that like this this video is kind of the introduction to the idea that shows up a lot this month, the idea of escaping entropy. 'Cause-
Yeah, that's a very
The-
big.
but
The
but
new paradigm of
Guy-
entropy
but yeah.
escapism.
Guys, I
Did you-
love Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann
Oh, yeah.
the literal cultural world of Gurren Lagann should become the new paradigm.
But yeah.
I mean, Paradigm. I mean, Girl Line is alright, but have you seen this cool new show called Frank NX? XX?
Oh my god. Have you? I mean, if you look at it from Homura's perspective, she's trying to escape the Cube paradigm, which is also
Yeah.
entropy. So like,
I mean,
Okay.
But
well,
yeah,
back to the
I
video.
wanted
Back
to-
to the
Anyway.
video.
Back to the
Enough
video.
memes.
Digibro touches upon how the Cal Arts is if it is a thing, that the reason why it is becoming a thing is because people
because
don't want to
people like
risk
it.
having people don't want to risk something that no one's gonna care about, you know.
Right.
So unique shit won't get TV anime because it's just a risk, and no one wants to
mean,
make risks now.
what I want to say here is the quote that he has at the end of the video is, "Propagation is not for the genetically superior, it is so much as the genetically popular. Never stop searching for what speaks to you. Pour all of your energy into it, spend all your money on it, then die. That's all you can do. Make. Buy,
Make,
live, die. And I love that freaking quote. Honestly, I gave this as a 4 out of 5, but I'm honestly going to bump this up to a 4.5 out of 5. In retrospect.
whoa.
I
Whoa,
put it.
that's a huge.
I put it 7 out of 10.
I really
You know,
liked it.
Animation alone is for 7.
And
out of 10.
all of this-
Animation alone, yeah.
And all
I
of
gotta
this
say
is...
though.
Go ahead,
do-
because I've been talking too much.
Oh, I gotta say, like, I do agree that the physical media will of course die, and I'll eventually stop caring. But I do still kind of care because, like, the death of it itself is what's
Yes.
making it cool right now. Because, like, some of my stuff is like in really good condition, and it's just surprising because it's kind of old
Yeah.
at this point. And it's just kind of
Well-
it's kind of like Grumpy G-Son with his Laserdisc player playing the old ass fucking OVAs, telling you if they're good or
Yeah,
not.
exactly.
Like, I want to be that guy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
unlike you guys,
I-
I wasn't as captivated by, you know, Digi's, I guess, Longfellow impression at the end. But, I don't know. I disagree with most of the video, with the overall point.
Well,
Well,
another thing
well,
I want to add as well.
Can you put that more specifically why you
Yeah.
disagree with it?
Because
What
I think
point?
he's wrong. Well, okay, the point that, like, everything dies. Yes, technically everything fucking
It's
dies.
well,
in the
what he
end.
means by that is it
No
doesn't
shit.
continue. Like as he said, has anyone been able to do claymation and have it be as popular and as beautiful as freaking Ray Harryhausen did it? Has anyone been able to continue Satoshi Kon's unfinished movie?
Okay, well, these are specific.
That is the
examples.
examples that he gave.
Well, that's
things
the
that
point.
can't
Talking about,
continue
like,
past
those are the
death.
examples
You
that-
still have what they
Yeah,
made
okay,
beforehand,
yeah,
but
yeah.
they didn't continue
Yeah,
on.
specific
They died with the
things
person.
can't
They didn't
move
continue on.
But the overall idea
died
of
in real
like
life.
art forms dying and people's dying, I think, is misguided because art forms aren't gonna ever die. I mean, people still like blacksmiths still
I'm not-
exist.
I mean, when was the last time
Right,
you
that- because there are many art styles.
when was the
that
last
die.
time you heard of a full cell animation production? Like maybe it'll be done again eventually, but I doubt it will be that big of a
It will be
production.
done again.
I mean, the age of cell animation is almost dead at this point.
I don't
because
think
no-
that. Yeah, I don't think we're going back to that anytime
Well,
soon.
okay,
for-
yeah. Well,
even
like, look
just
at
for the
this.
novelty of it.
Okay. Well, silent films
like
haven't died
Megalobox.
completely.
What was that?
Silent films haven't died completely.
Well, that
They
is
haven't
something that's
abandoned
easier to
those.
capture.
That's true.
But
Once-
I doubt anyone
Well,
will capture
they've
what
died-
what was it?
Well, movies are very distinct because movies have this whole, it's very like based in America. Like Hollywood makes a
Yes.
lot of films, so we as an audience have more of like an impact, as compared to anime. which
But
is
no
from
one will
fucking
capture
Japan.
the type of silent films that Buster Keaton was able to make with his visual comedy.
And plus,
You ever seen the
silent
artist
films
dog?
may not be completely dead physically, but culturally they are dead. When was the last time
Yeah.
you saw a silent film?
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
no,
sort of what he says at the end. It's what propagation is not for the genetically superior so much as the genetically popular.
But they aren't truly
Yeah,
dead.
it's just-
They aren't truly dead. I mean, cell animated shows still exist. You
Name
can
one.
still go back and watch
Yeah,
Dragon
but that's
Ball.
not the point.
It
Well,
still
they
The
still
point
exist.
isn't
Yeah,
that
you
it
can
still
go back.
exists
It's
in
not
the
being
past.
made
The
anymore.
point
What's
is that
being
it's
made
not
currently.
currently continuing as
its
an art
legacy
form.
still exists.
That's
People are
the
still
live
watching.
part.
Exactly.
You can and
Well, then what's the
Yeah,
die
yeah,
that
you
die
have to-
part? If it's
You have to appreciate
if it's
it's gonna
constantly
die.
living on, I mean, people are still watching Dragon Ball.
his point.
What are they watching?
His
Well, yeah, you don't forget your grandparents the day after they die.
Wasn't the fact
you still
that
remember them for a
you
while.
Can't,
You don't?
His point
What?
wasn't the
That's
fact that you can go back to it.
God.
Of course you can go back to it, but it's the fact that it stops being made. There is nothing new. There is a point where you will just run out of it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
entropy right there. That's the whole point of the video.
Well, caring about that is a silly and futile.
It is like a
effort.
macro.
It is
That's
macro
the point of the
and-
video. The
Well, then
point
why
of the
the fuck
video
should
is
I
that he
care
gets
about
over
it?
it. Like he finds
If
out
you
that it's
think-
futile, but he has
if
to
you
tell
think-
the story.
Then why should I
That's the
care
story
about
of the
it?
video.
Yeah,
Dude,
if you think sublimation as a life form, entropy was when digital media overtook
well, then
it.
one day-
Digital animation overtook
Well,
it.
well, yeah,
Dude, if you're
well,
gonna say
one
that this
day-
is trivial, we're fucking
Yes.
watching anime videos.
But the
This
point
is
of
all
it
trivial.
is, as an
Yeah, I mean-
artist, I think it would be depressing to think about that what you put your heart and soul into, that is your career, your lifeblood, will just end and be forgotten and not continued. It might be appreciated after you die, but it won't be continued, and no one can replace you. Not the idea of
Is
dying,
it
but the fact that
depressing
you
the
can't
sun's
be.
gonna swallow the earth one day. It's not depressing that everyone's
not-
gonna die one day.
It's depressing
So
that I
why-
think my mom's gonna
I think
die
it's
one
the
day.
It's depressing that
Oh shit.
what you brought
It-
won't be continued.
It's inevitable. So why be depressed by it?
The point if it isn't even
Well, I
to
mean-
be depressed by it, it's to move forward. That's what Digi is using it for. It's to
Yeah.
move
Yeah,
himself
So then why
forward.
even-
But he has to show
He's
it
using
in a
that to motivate
depressed way
himself.
because that's how exactly. It's like the
we are
beginning.
only human.
It's the tone.
We are only human, and so it's just obvious that we're gonna feel
Anyway,
sad when something sad
This is
happens.
something.
Well, I didn't buy into the video, so I'm gonna say
Alright.
a hard no on this
Okay.
one. Not satisfying.
Well, so
Okay.
your satisfiometer is a 0 right now.
Well, I mean, it's either 0 or 100, right? Because it's all either pass or fail.
Well, I've got a 10, I got a 7 out of 10 for me. It's a cool tone.
Mine's an 8 or a 9.
I like it.
I'm gonna give it a pretty good 1 out of 1.
Also,
I'm gonna give it a would watch again.
I just wanted to bring up the fact that during the entire video, it's just him clearing out his physical media collection, which relates to stuff
that's what I love
he-
about it.
that has died to him. He has constantly talked about how most of this stuff he just doesn't care about anymore, but at the same time, going forward from here, he revisits a lot of the stuff that he used to enjoy and finds something to say about them. Like he talks about wanting to revisit Steins Gate, and he even does the no game, no life thing.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I'll-
just as the video is kind of about moving past that, it's like he's moving past that by moving past the death of physical media by getting rid of all his physical media off of his
And
shelf.
then also, like you said, appreciating
well,
the past
yeah.
because it is still there.
just to let you know, though,
After everything, you have
the
to respect
the video
and
was
wait,
shot
as they say.
before it was written. Just a little.
I don't think that's relevant.
You can still have the
Well,
idea in your
I was
head
just
and then
saying.
shoot it first.
I know. I was just. I wasn't sure. Okay, never mind. Anyway,
Right, I have
what
one
else
other
I
thing
was
to say about
Yeah, go ahead.
Digi's physical media, which is that do y'all remember the video "What is the appeal of anime"? And there's one point where he says, now there's like a deluge of like varying specific art pieces, and it's like Koyomi from Monogatari like throwing the books at Suruga, and Suruga's like kind of like getting hit by them and stuff, or maybe the characters are reversed in that. I want Digi to take all his shit and like make a gif of him like throwing it at May, and then like May like making the thing.
I
want
mean,
that
he
to be
sort
a
of had
thing.
that, but it was reversed with May dropping stuff on Digi later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is
I
true.
thought
do that
Tommy
for
was
a
the
lot,
one
yeah.
who.
They
who dropped
redo
They
that
did it
joke
twice.
constantly, and that's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, but
Alright,
wait,
well-
no, hold on. Before we move on, just a quick little thing. As much as I dislike this video, I still think it's a good companion piece to a lot of other videos that come out this month.
Okay.
I mean, honestly,
see that.
most of these videos are something he's already said in the past.
Okay,
If you know the Digi, meta narrative,
I mean,
you know
I
most
think
of these
this
points
is
already.
Digi literally, he did this with the intention of bringing in new people so that if anyone joined during this month,
Yeah.
they could just watch this content and get an idea for what Digi's content is like.
Well, who joined at the month? Like no one.
What?
Just kidding. He
A
gave,
lot
like,
of people.
A lot
I
of
thought.
people.
I know.
We went up,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've got up like
I'm
200
playing.
patrons. The Discord's
Yeah,
fucking
you're right.
flooded
Yes.
with fucking noobs.
Oh God.
But
a
it's
lot of
okay.
fucking
That's why we're
trash.
here. We're
Yeah.
making our voices heard. We're gonna talk.
Anyway.
We're gonna have a discussion.
Yeah, for all you new
we
Discord
are-
people,
We are
I-
the new content machine.
all
All
the-
right.
Yeah.
Should we move on?
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
been talking about
Should
this for a
move on.
while.
Okay. Anime of the week, summer 18, week 3.
I don't
Anime of
care
the week
about
sucks.
seasonals.
This is by far the worst video. This from third. It is no. Actually, I take that back. There's one other that I'm kind of iffy about. Actually, two of them.
Is it 14? Is it 14 anime facts?
I'm gonna keep that for later. So, anime of the week. This one, since I'm not keeping up with any of the fucking anime per week, this is pretty
Honestly,
much
neither am I. I'm gonna be dead honest.
I'm literally. This season is so bad. I'm watching 2 shows.
I'm not saying.
I'm
actually
okay.
Really
Here's my comment on how this video adds to the quote-unquote narrative he's building, which is cynicism to what is currently airing and wanting to go back to old stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
See, I mentioned this to Digibro earlier today. He shouldn't be doing anime of the week. No one gives a shit about this season, at least, because nothing's good this season.
Yeah,
I've been hearing about High Score Girl being kind of good. Like, I might check that out.
It looks gross.
Yeah, I was gonna say
the manga
that,
sucks.
Yeah. Well, okay.
In my opinion,
High Score Girl does look kind of cute because it looks kind of like 3D, like Ajin, and that didn't look half bad. But anyway, earlier today I told Digibro, don't do anime of the week. Do like an anime of all time. You know, just like review shows that he's seen before, and he knows people are gonna want to be interested in it, like Haruhi or Dragon Ball.
But that's what he did with No Game No Life, and that didn't get I guess it's like part 3 talk. But
not many people. Well, No Game No Life isn't as relevant as a lot of.
What do you mean No Game No Life isn't prevalent? It's like the top 10 most popular shows.
Did you notice the fact that
anymore?
Well, no, well, I mean,
isn't it rated high on our group 3x3 as well?
No,
I think so.
For anime of the week, week 3, did he make another one of them during the month of August? And I think that's the point. The only reason he made this because 1, it was a continuing series, and 2, to make the point that he is cynical to what is currently airing, and he wanted to go back to the past, especially after the video that he just did.
Yep. Also, Hanebado, like, I've only been keeping up with it through Digi's videos of Anime of the Week, and, like, this episode really made me want to not watch it anymore. Like, the beginning, I was like, oh, this maybe seems kind of cool, and then, like, the girl, like, coughing on the other girl's face to get her sick, I'm like, alright, I'm immediately
I dropped Hanebado on that episode.
Alright. Are we good with this video?
No, we're not. Okay, well, Planet With. He did mention Planet With, and that did seem kind of cool. But the cat's weird. The cat's really weird. I don't know how I feel about the cat.
I don't know. He's fine.
They're aliens, I think. I haven't watched past episode 1.
Who's the author again? Planet With?
Oh, it's the fucking Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer dude. What's his name?
Oh, yeah, Nate loved that, right?
David Foster Wallace.
Maybe I'll do that. So, I rate this 3 out of 10 boring.
Sucks.
It passes. It's fine. Whatever.
It's gonna be a no for me, dog. It's gonna be a 0 out of 10.
I mean, it's probably
the only reason I gave it a pass was just because of the way I related it to the narrative he's doing, and that's about it. Other than that, as an actual standalone video, I don't think it passes.
I'd say
go back to it.
as far as like a video that makes sense as a main channel video, I think it passes.
Yeah,
like the satisfying video mark. I just don't like it very much.
So
I didn't even.
There are so many more videos on YouTube that like are off worse than this. Like it's passable content. It's a 5 at least. But in terms of what Digi can produce, it's like one of his lowest.
Oh, well, we're not comparing it to every fucking YouTube video on the platform.
I mean, honestly, the anime man is probably makes better content.
Anyway, so the next video is 10th Dimensional DAIMAOU. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's the rap one. And I actually have things to say about it. Okay, so Digi's verse is solid. You know, I mean, it's as good as like any Digiverse. So it is noticeably amateur, but it's solid. May's verse, on the other hand, so fucking atrocious.
Yeah, May's verse, like as it's written, is alright, but her performance is painful.
I think how it's written and her performance is really bad.
Can I quote Digibro real quick? And this is from the rap. This is very weird to me. So, so now I'm her, have no fur, make the haters disappear.
I hate that. It annoys me so much.
What the fuck was that? I don't know why
never heard that before.
Is that a reference to something or something?
I will admit, this is the video that is my least favorite of the month. I don't really like
my God.
rap music in general, and I'm just not one for this. But
Neither
I
do
will
I.
admit, in terms of the narrative, there is something that I pulled out of this. I've really
Oh my
only
God.
focused on the narrative for this
narrative.
part, for the first 10 videos.
Always the fucking
This is the
narrative
filler
of
of
this guy.
if there's a
No,
narrative,
no,
this is the
it's
filler
the fact
episode.
that he has a line that can relate to the last episode, which is, got motherfucking shit to do that's bigger than your kiddie pool, but babies crying out they need a teacher for their kinder school, which is essentially, hey, the only reason I'm doing the whole, like, watching anime weekly is because everyone
Nine-year-olds.
keeps on bitching at me to watch it, but I don't really care. The kids keep on asking me to watch it because they can't freaking analyze it themselves.
Daddy Digi won't
I thought
give me my
yeah,
weekly anime.
I thought he was talking about lollies.
The way I thought
That's wrong.
about it was just not people who aren't good at analyzing shows wanting him to watch what's recent,
Yeah.
which relates to the last video
Yeah,
he
the-
made and why he hasn't continued the series since.
Yeah, the verse ain't bad. I think the
Well-
problem with May's verse is because her voice is too soft for the beat. So the beat is like
Definitely.
really overpowering during her
She
verse.
needs to project
Yeah.
her voice. I think that's really
Yeah.
the only. That's her. That's the only problem. Honestly.
No,
Yeah, that's
She
the main
has
problem.
energy.
The only problem,
She
man.
wanted to do it, but the writing and just like projecting
I
of the
just
voice.
didn't like any. I mean, she sounds like
I mean,
you know what she sounds like? Have you ever been to a like party and then kids start just like freestyling?
What?
That's what. it
I mean, it's
sounded
better.
like.
It's better than that, but because
Nah.
she actually
I mean-
she has,
I mean,
has kids
honestly,
written out.
if you were to compare this with the other rap ciphers of 2018, this is like one of the better ones. Like
This
everyone else
is,
fucking sucks.
no. Hang on. This is a point I wanted to make. This
Yeah.
is the best cipher that has come out. This is better than Nino's.
You know what? The only
is
reason
better
why
than
that's a
any
the
of
only the only reason why that's a thing is because Endless Jess and Best Guy Ever didn't make their own rap cipher. That's why.
Only.
Nate's
Okay.
probably-
Even,
I don't know why
I think-
Best
I
Guy
think-
Ever.
even
honestly,
Nate's
I think
old
Endless
cipher
Jess.
isn't even that good. Jess
I think
can
it's
obviously
Jess.
beat Digi, but that's the only person.
Yeah,
I'm just
Nate
saying,
could.
like, nobody else who made one this year made one as good as Digi's. Like,
God,
I heard
Pedro's
the
turn.
Anime Man's actually was kind of good.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, not gonna lie.
I haven't
yeah.
seen the anime ones.
I mean,
He challenged.
I
Chibi
didn't hear the Anime Man's. I didn't even know he made one.
He challenged. Digibro challenged Munchie and.
I know. I really
Yeah.
want them to take
Should
up
be-
the
should
challenge.
be
They
backup,
haven't-
but
they haven't
never
done it.
did
Imagine
No.
Hippo
yet.
trying to rap, though.
Hippo could totally.
It'd be
rap.
it'd be
Are you
cute
kidding
as
me?
fuck.
He's like
dude.
he could be awkward but purposefully. I think you don't want to do it.
Hippo will be in the background beatboxing
No,
while
hi-
Munchie just goes ham.
Hippo can make music. He can rap.
One thing that annoys
Making
me
music.
about this video is in the middle of May's rap. I don't remember what line it is, but she says the words out of order compared to the subtitles, and that really pisses
Oh
me
yeah,
off.
I know.
I think.
Oh, God, I
I think
didn't pay attention
overall
to that.
though, this
Edit
video
better.
it was one of the better videos of the month. Solely
I think it's because it's too
verse.
short.
Later
the
on, I
editing's fun,
appreciated
the-
the editing when
wasn't
Digi
cool.
pointed it out later in the month. I don't remember when, but even then, I'm just not one for rap and music in general, so it wasn't my sort of thing.
Even
I mean, I think he's made better tracks than this by far.
Mm.
Game Dead is anything Game Dead is better than anything.
I don't even
else.
think this actually counts as one of like the one video every day for a month because 2 videos came out that day.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah,
that was
you're
the
right.
point. That was
Well,
the point.
if you look at the description for the purpose of anime, it says like uploading both of these at the same time, so you won't question the validity of each of them, either of them as a satisfying video.
That's great.
yeah, but overall, it good. Thumbs up.
Yeah, it
Well-
good. 1 out of 1.
I gave it a I gave it a 6 out of 10.
I gave it a suck out of suck.
So I do think
Okay.
Push Mim to the Edge is better, just because this one is just not long enough for me to care.
Okay, that's fair.
Like it's like 2 minutes long, so it's like I don't care much about it. Next one is the purpose of anime, or how to analyze anything.
Or how to repeat yourself for
I mean,
27
yeah.
minutes.
Or how I
Well,
learned to stop
okay,
worrying.
yeah,
and,
you know,
love the
yeah.
bump.
I mean
So
that's
this
that's
is
the point, but
another-
still.
This is another video where he takes his shelf apart a little bit and shows us his art or his mangas, and why art is just either where you fit in society or how to work with others.
Once
in
again, I
society.
think this is
about
another video
society.
that is more meant for people who keep on bitching about, like, oh, hey, analyze this for me, or even just new people coming to the channel.
I mean,
Yeah.
something
yeah, it's
that
kinda
something that I noticed is that most of the videos most of the videos of this month are literally just things he wrote in his book.
I haven't listened to that.
too.
Are they? I haven't listened to it all. I've listened to like the first third of that video, but I haven't listened to it all.
I've listened to it one
fuck,
and a half
okay.
times. So
Why?
yeah, a lot of this is just the same. So I think Digibro says that art should focus on the fetish, not that all anime should have a fetish, but it should be able to all is the same, so it has to be specific
At
to
the
be
same
original
time,
and distinct.
Can I
go
say-
ahead, Thosetimis.
Can I say that I'm really starting to hate Digi's like
Vocabulary.
way of like giving concepts weird names like fetish. Like you could pick you're gonna freaking you're gonna just make everybody misunderstand
True.
when you say that.
Yeah, like
if he says that,
Well,
if he
it's
says that,
because it comes out of like one discussion he'll have, and then he'll just name it after that discussion because that's the idea that he has in his head.
yeah, it's like the same
So it's
thing.
just sort of like you gotta. Sometimes you just gotta revise.
What I
a little
have to
bit.
say is the format, because the point of this, I think, is literally to teach people how to do this, like people who aren't like us, like people who are new to the channel or people who just keep on bitching at him to analyze new shows. And part of the format, which is literally he is just sitting there unscripted, picks random shit off his shelf without preparing and just says, oh yeah, I can say this because I just have it in my head. I haven't probably thought about this in ages, but I can just, with the framework of society, with the framework of all art can relate back to society and helping our social skills, I can analyze all of these within a second. Because I can just pick it off the shelf and go, oh, I haven't read this in forever, but this is what I can say about it given that framework.
Yeah, and like the fetish talk, I like the point of that like little aside, but I just hate the vocabulary he uses there. It's really annoying.
He also mentions how anime. He also mentions that anime can never be broad. It can't be mainstream because it is anime. So just it being anime means it can't be very like mainstream because it's just the fact that its nature of it being like a Japanese animation makes it more distinct than other forms of media.
I don't necessarily agree, but I see his point.
One thing I want to say.
I mean, I get the point of like if you're trying to make something that casts a wide net, you shouldn't make an anime. Like if that's kind of the way it goes. I mean, obviously nobody's circumstances are exactly that. Like they go up to the world and say, okay, I want to cast a wide net. Where can I go? Like you don't have like all the choices, but the point is,
One thing I want to say real quick though is he talks about a certain manga called The Girl by the Shore. That's my least favorite thing I've ever read my entire life.
Why?
What's it about? I just want to say that it's about some fucking asshole teenagers.
Isn't it one of those manga that he read like 5 of them in a row?
It's Inyo Asano.
No, it's no.
Douchebag, but
no, it's just like
it's an Asano manga?
sexual of. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they fuck a lot, right?
Here's a quote that I highlighted. I don't even care as much about what I'm saying as about how I'm saying it, and I've changed the minor elements of my presentation constantly on the basis of what I see other people doing.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate because he's always changing his fucking style every single fucking month. So, he also talks about new types, autist, and the spectrum, and I still don't really know what he means about it. I don't know what he means by autist.
Did you ever read the write-up that I did?
I did. I don't mean.
Did that help it at all?
Can you? Well, can you like refresh my mind because I still.
Okay. Okay. Quick overview of a couple of terms. Okay, so we have new type, which is someone who is either literally on the autism spectrum or figuratively on the autism spectrum, where they just have any needs that are not within the majority consensus needs of people in society.
What?
And if you're one of these people, you're also like skilled in something, like you have something to contribute that's actually like worth something. So it's basically just like you're just a weirdo, you're a freak. Like anyone who needs things that society currently doesn't give them because society is built around like a certain majority and can't help like too many specific people because it only has enough power to do like general things.
This is what I'm saying about me hating Digi's vocabulary, because new type, it's a fucking Gundam reference, right?
Yeah,
and what new types are in Gundam is that they're just like evolutionary.
Well, the whole idea of new types isn't that they're genetically superior. It's just that they have a new way of thinking that makes them it's just literally the whole point of new types is just they think about things in a different way that makes them more valuable.
Yeah.
But if you want to,
the point is that they're new and they're better.
Explaining though, here's the thing: if you want like a more detailed, more well-spoken version of the whole new type takeover thing, go to the Ghibli cast. Don't worry about watching only yesterday. Go to about half hour in, or like 20, 25 minutes in, and you'll get like a more well-worded explanation that uses like actual terms as opposed to all this shit. But at the same time, I feel like Thosetimis, like, I don't know how closely you've been following like Digi stuff, like with what do you call it, the Gecko Estate and everything.
I watched all of the estate
but I feel like us, like the patrons of all people, would be the ones to understand what he means.
I
by
understand.
all this shit.
I understand what he means. It just pisses me off that he does that.
Oh, okay, that's fine then.
I also recommend you putting your write-up in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Also, about your write-up, Digi stole your title and put it in one of the videos.
No, because I stole it from him from the pub crawl. You would know that if you were not a Digi pleb.
Well, I don't follow every fucking thing.
I'm like 3 episodes behind the pub crawl.
Kidding.
Wait, what's the name of the write-up?
This ain't that.
This ain't that.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, but this ain't that is from the pub crawl. I did not make that.
Oh, is that what that is? I haven't seen the pub crawl for like 4 episodes. God damn.
I haven't seen it at all, actually.
Because it goes away and it comes back like 6 months later. Yeah, pub crawl's great.
Yeah. You don't have to start it from the beginning even. You can just like jump in wherever you are.
In fact,
just watch the few newest ones.
Yeah, in fact, don't start from the beginning because it's all like really timely stuff, and it's probably stuff you've heard before.
Oh, that's actually true. You might not even want to listen to like the last couple of them because you'll just hear all the shit that we're talking about again.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a show you can really
like
go
a
back
week
to.
from now.
Yeah, but also Cider's a cool guy, so you'll get to hear his stories are fucking crazy. Like,
yeah,
he has a story about his neighbor stealing his bricks, but we'll get into that later. Yeah. Anyway,
Cider,
we will.
Yeah, no, we won't. I'm just kidding. We're not getting into that. Anyway,
all right, next episode.
Well, we should tie everything up for the purpose of anime.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So I gave it a 4 out of 10 because it's just talking about manga and shows, and I already watched 250 anime recommendations already.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's stuff that you kind of want some new people to know about. I'm not all about it. I give it a 0 out of 1, but not
I
harshly.
mainly gave it a pass just because, like, as you said, it's mainly for new people. It's not for us, so of course we're gonna say it doesn't get the pass. But for new people who need to learn how to do this is valuable.
I think it's enjoyable to watch, just for like the several little asides.
It is. It is enjoyable enough to watch.
The freaking entry bullshit at the end.
I skimmed through it, so I'm not gonna give it any.
It's I like it out of whatever my metric, whatever my metric is at this point.
I like it out of die.
How many thumbs up do you give it? I like it.
It's I like it out of meters.
Out of thumbs up, yeah. All right.
I like it thumbs up out of nothing.
We're done with this one?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You will drop everything. I like this video. This one's pretty good.
This video is pretty cool. See, I don't have a lot of notes about this video, but that doesn't matter because it's just really good.
This video has a lot in common with Push Me to the Edge.
It is essentially continuing it. It is now finally talking about him returning to the past. It is finally talking about that side of things.
This is, Push Me to the Edge is more about like artists dying. And this is about arts dying through you dying.
So I brought this up to Digibro when this video came out, that this is pretty much Lucky Star, Why Context Matters, like Why Context Matters Mediation on Lucky Star all over again. And how it's like that point was made better in the Lucky Star video, but this is better aesthetic.
And it's more accessibility than having specifically relate to it through Lucky Star.
Oh
But
shit!
it also comes at it from the angle of it comes at it from the angle of like as you keep watching it and like rewatching it as you get older and stuff, you'll have so much different information that you're gonna learn that you'll be able to look at it like as a completely different person.
Yeah, this is my favorite edited video of the month. I just love the aesthetic of like one giant just like wall of like going through tabs in Chrome, just for like.
He makes his final point that not everything is never dropped until you stop breathing. Everything is something that you have a possibility of coming back to as long as you're alive. And so that's what keeps him alive. That's what keeps
especially
Digi going.
Yu Yu Hakusho, which is a big mood for me because I've never actually finished it. I've only finished up to the Dark Tournament for the same reasons that he talks about in this video, and it pisses me off. Like I need to finish it.
In your last breath, and you're 94 years old, and you're lying. I wish I knew what happened to Yusuke.
You know what's funny though is that because I said I liked it, and then immediately after you guys said, yeah, and this video is a lot like Push Me to the Edge, and I hated Push Me to the Edge. But I think I know why I like this one and hate that one. Because this one's a lot more... Well, this one's a lot less sentimental, I feel. It's a lot more just, like, easy to watch. Because I don't really care about Digi just, like, throwing shit out of his closet. And also, this one's just, like, a lot more succinct and less about, like...
That is true. It's more well-written.
It's like a much more polished version, I guess, of Push Me to the Edge.
But
yeah, it's right gooder.
His talk though about like re-experiencing work and getting something out of it different every time. Literally, February of this year, I watched a film called Anomalisa. I loved it. I related to it a lot. I've watched it 4 times again. I've watched it 3 more times since then. And on one of those watches, I got something very different out of the film, purely from the fact that I had lost my virginity since then and was viewing it with a different lens.
Oh. Ooh,
well, lucky you.
We're gonna talk about that in the virginity cast.
I'm not sure if I want to talk about that.
There's no need for this. There's not gonna be that episode.
I'll make it happen, guys. Don't worry. I know
we want to talk about
on the Slimbro channel. On the Slimbro channel,
the one that doesn't exist.
I'll do it.
All right.
Follow me on YouTube. Just give me all the ad.
Me and Slimbro are the only participants because everyone else is still a virgin. No.
No,
I mean, I'm a virgin too, but I don't care.
I mean, you're
it's
right.
It's gonna be me talking to Slimbro about my experience.
Oh yeah. Keep. So you did what with her?
Oh god.
What? Oh, okay.
You made it.
All right.
You made her wear what?
14 anime facts.
This video sucks.
No. Yeah. Well, honestly, this is honestly.
Did we just transition over? Okay.
Wait. What are we rating? You Will Drop Everything. I give it a 1 out of 1.
9 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
I give it a Let's All Love Lane out of 10.
Actually,
yes, good.
8 out of 10.
Good.
I give it.
I changed my 1 out of 1 to a Let's All Love Lane out of 1.
I give it a smiley face emoji.
Sick. All right,
I need
cool.
to fucking finish Lane. God damn it.
All right, me too.
I have to rewatch
right.
Lane 5 times because that's what
14
you're supposed to
anime
do.
facts.
14 anime facts. This video is okay, but I
Honestly,
don't mind it, but I also don't like it enough to.
Okay, the best part of it is when he's screaming in the background, saying that it's almost midnight and he can't find something he needs to put in the video, and he's just going through his collection.
Yeah, that's a good bit. The rest of this is like really hard for me to watch because it's like I literally know all of these things already.
The thing is, I didn't know most of these
some
facts.
of them.
These facts are like
Honestly,
very obscure shit. Like the Attack on Titan one, where the guy put all his videos like on Nikadoga.
Yeah,
that was pretty weird.
Oh,
yeah,
they're not that bad.
June Maeda getting a rare heart disease that had been like previously undiscovered. That it's not like super obscure, but it's like the most like fucked up. Like that one stuck with me for a while. I was like, wait a minute, that guy wrote stories about people getting heart diseases that no one has known about before, and then that literally happened to him. I would feel that's like some existential horror shit.
This video is definitely only enjoyable if you didn't know some of these stuff because for me personally, I once wrote a book when I was in high school, which I'm holding right now. About like entire history of Japan, and at the time Jun Maeda was my favorite director, so I knew about this shit.
You're a culture boy.
Yeah, it's not a big book. It's like it's decent. But I just knew all this shit, and so like watching this is like, yeah, I knew that. Thanks, Digi.
Right.
Thanks, Digibro.
I'm not a director or writer.
Yeah.
He's
not my favorite writer anymore.
This is another video where he removes his DVD and manga shelf. Again.
Does he?
Oh, yeah.
It's
But
part of the
well,
metagame.
that time
We're at
it
the
was
same-
literally just because he was trying to look for something to put in the video and he couldn't find it.
Yeah.
No. It was when May. I'm pretty sure.
No,
it
in
was
14
May
Anime
era.
Facts, there's a segment and he's listing a fact, but then he's just throwing out his freaking collection and he's ranting about how it's almost midnight and he can't find something he needs to put in the video, and that's what he's saying.
No. This one is where May like dumps a bunch
No.
of books on his
No.
side,
That's
No, it's not.
that's it.
That's
Oh,
like
it
Both
might
of
be.
those videos are in the last
Oh wait,
third.
never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, never mind. I retract my comment.
Yep. Good.
Comment
Yes.
retracted.
All right.
So-
wait, hold
Alright,
on. I have something to say about it real quick.
What?
I don't think anyone can really be too pissed off about this video because it is.
I just think
14 anime
it's supremely
facts,
uninteresting.
and it's called 14 anime.
I think
Well,
it's
that's
as,
I mean,
it's
it
as
is what it
interesting
is.
as it needs to be.
You know, it's better than any old, Lost Pause video, so it's good for me.
Huh.
That's the metric I use.
I give this one a neutral face emoji.
I give it and I'm smart out of.
I give it one
elitism.
Digi dick stroke.
I give it just a standard 1 out of 1.
Is it
I
Digi
give
Dick
it-
Stroke good or bad?
Depends. Am I doing it to boost his ego because something bad happened or because he did something good? I don't know.
I give it 7 anime facts out of 10.
Okay.
So
God.
so is that like a half marks because it's half of 14?
Yeah.
Of course.
Think about it. You can think about that. So,
Compress,
next video.
decompress, and I will say this is my favorite of the month.
Yes.
This
I
is
think-
actually one
Holy
of the ones.
shit.
I haven't thought about it, but I think this one might also be my
Like,
favorite.
I sat
one.
down for
I do like
45
that.
minutes and read through this and eventually just
yeah.
started copy and pasting from the full script he posted online. And I don't even fully remember because I blocked it out of my head, but he eventually started to talk about something that just started to hit me in the gut due to what I was experiencing recently in my life. And I was like, Digi, stop doing this to me.
I actually didn't read it the first time I watched it, and I was gonna read it last night, and I'm like, oh god, this is gonna take an hour, and I'm busy, so fuck it.
Yeah,
It's
I
a s-
tried doing that too, and both times trying to read it, I just give up near the end.
And a lot of the reading parts are just like addendums and
Yeah.
It's all shit he wrote in his book.
It's explaining stuff that he had said before, just in more detail. And if you're a patron and you if you're like me and you've listened to like literally every single 2 weeks review
Same.
and Digital's life, you just know all this shit.
Same, exactly. That's exactly how I felt. And I mean, the only part about this that made it like really good is that I put on lo-fi hip hop, like that he said in the description.
Yeah, yeah,
and
me
that made
too.
it even
Actually,
better.
that link is broken now.
It is. I
Ah.
tried it, but like the same
See-
stream. I think the stream ended because the loop ended, and they made a new one. That's
See,
what happens.
Massive and I had a pretty long discussion about this, and I think what it comes down to is that while this is all stuff that we do know about, it's presented in a cool way. It's in like this interactive shit, and like this, out of all the videos, I think is the biggest one where like we need to get some deep lore digi points out to the newbies, and we need to get them out in like a really like on brand way so that like
I
you're
also
getting into some
think
shit now.
part
It's
of
gonna
this-
be
We need.
a new,
But no,
a
also
new
part of this
paradigm
is the fact
Yeah.
that he is literally just showing, hey, if I were to just set this to a video game and just have this dialogue, this is how interesting it is. But what if I had all of this other shit that I've cut out? And when I actually read all that, I
Yeah.
was like immediately more intrigued and invested in what he was talking about. Just sometimes I thought, yeah, this needed to be cut out. Other times I was like, holy crap, I find this more interesting and more of a gut punch because of this extra detail added in.
Okay, so
Well-
I want to talk about it for a second because I think that this video is a good I don't know what the fuck it's good, but because I think and Riz, who might be on an episode later from the
Yeah.
Discord, said something interesting. He said that there's two types of Digi fans. There's the ones who enjoy Digi for the quote unquote cult of Digi. They like just like talking about his worldview and stuff like that, and they like following him. And then there's people who just like him when he talks about anime. And I fall into the latter. And I know that there are other people too who fall in the same boat. So this video to me is very interesting. It just comes off as really like
Massive's the big contrarian in this episode, isn't he?
And
well, I can understand.
I can't really hate it because I do kind of like the concept behind it, but the thing is, I don't give a shit about Digi enough to really.
The thing
like,
I'm confused about is like you say you like him when he talks about anime, but a lot of some of his focus this month has been talking about anime, but you've been pretty negative towards it because I guess it's just not the stuff you want covered and talked about in anime, and it's more.
Hold on, wait. The videos I've been negative
are the narrative.
Are push me to the edge. Compress, decompress. All the other ones on,
you liked anime of the week
or lukewarm on. I don't care about seasonal, so I don't really care about the videos.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not really anything against the
right.
video, so it's just that I don't watch seasonals.
Okay.
So have we scored the show? This episode, I mean?
Oh no, we have not. I give it a purple devil.
This is the only one I gave a 5 out of 5 to.
I give this a 0.9 out of 1.
This is I'd lick your ween out of.
Also, at the end of it, what's in quotations that he doesn't say is he advertises his Patreon. Like, what was it? While you're doing that, give me money on Patreon because I'm a madman who do a crazy experimental video like this in a style most people won't even resonate with at all and will probably complain about. Also, since you seem to like the type, since you seem like the type who I can get along with, follow my personal Twitter at NewShitGod, where I express myself the most honestly. See you tomorrow. Like. Literally, the ending and actually talking to the fans is talking to the people who read everything.
Yeah. Actually, before we get off this topic, I just want to say that the entire video was just saying the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. And this is just his book. But
well, I haven't seen what his book's
Hey, which
like.
book? Which book are you talking about?
Yeah, but the book is patron only, so that's why it's on the main channel. You see what I mean?
Well, I'm a patron and I don't care.
I'm a patron and I decided to wait until his book is finished.
And I care because I want more patrons.
Yeah, but gotta remember, this wasn't patron month. September is now patron month.
Taxation without representation.
True.
Okay.
All right, you know what? Whatever. Fine.
Right.
It wasn't for me. I get it. I gave it 3
shit.
compressed coils out of 10 decompressed coils.
Oh my god. Good. Okay. Well, I'm 27 now, so here's my top 27 favorite anime of all time.
I love that title, honestly.
We're gonna go through every single. Are we gonna go through
vlog.
every
like
single
the
one?
No.
It's a vlog.
No.
I kind of
It's
want
not.
to. Not lie.
I don't want to go through every
I have the
one.
list pulled up, by the way.
Yeah,
I
the list is
wrote
in the
one
description.
comment of what he thought about every single one of them. I'm a madman.
Yeah, I don't think the individual.
I'll be right back because I only have a few things to say about this video.
All right, that's fine. I don't think this video is very interesting in the specifics of what is being said about each show because it's just like it's 27 shows and it's 47 minutes long. It's like less than 2 minutes per show.
Context
it's clip
Digi.
notes. Exactly.
I made a 5x5 minus 2.
Plus 2.
I mean 5x5 plus 2, so you can add that.
There's a lot of funny stuff in here because there's Haruhi. He hasn't finished Haruhi. That's kind of weird. He also hasn't finished Log Horizon. That's on there. He put Lane and included the art book. That's kind of funny. Also Daikon 4. That's only 5
I think
minutes.
that counts.
Yeah, it's
kind of weird that would make it.
It's really weird. He put Ava, and Ava beat.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Okay, that goes back to his whole thing. Okay, the video is literally phrased in the style of improvisation, where he's like, it's done like he's saying it out loud, and it's also somewhat ironic in a way. Like he's making fun of the trend of top 27 videos, but he's doing one anyway, is how I see the title.
Yeah, it really fits in with the
But also with him putting Ava as number 1 instead of Kaon, which we all expected, is him. He returned to Ava and found that he liked it more. He found more value in it by returning to it.
Well, I think that the thing is, Digi has some recency bias on this list because Digi just recently rewatched Ava and Utena and Rekka 7, and I think that
And also, there's like 5. You count 5 Ghibli movies on this list, I think.
yeah, and I think maybe just because he just saw him more recently, so
I mean,
he's
here's
been
the
thinking
weird
about that a
thing
lot more.
is
I think
That's
maybe
true.
that's
a
why.
rewatch of K-On!
Yeah.
would make this.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering,
Yeah.
like, why the hell he put Haruhi on, because it's been years since he's watched it. But he keeps thinking about it and talking
likes
about
Haruhi.
it.
Yeah, but some of them you just you
Yeah,
need them.
also-
So yeah,
'Cause-
before he had said that he didn't want to put like stuff like Gintama on his list because he thought that would be a serious anime, but he hadn't finished it. It looks like he's completely abandoned that ideology now because Gintama's
Yeah.
on here,
Number
Haruhi's
5.
on here. What
I
else?
also think it's funny that that Log Horizon used to be in his top 10.
Oh yeah,
Now
now
it's-
all the
yeah,
way
yeah,
down.
now- barely made the
make
list.
if you make a chart of his top
Fucking
10
guard.
anime at the start of the 2018 where he made the Digi Dailies, you can see like a really different. Like this is very different from what we thought it would be.
Yeah. Also, number 3, Rekka 7. He watched that like I
Yeah,
think
what the
last
fuck?
month.
Yeah.
Also, I
You
found a
watched that
typo.
with a- Oh,
It says
no.
Gursey's wing.
It's Garza.
Oh,
Garza's-
no.
Garza's win is all the way down.
This
at
video
23.
does
I'm
not
so mad.
pass now.
It
This
should be.
video
It should be
sucks.
number 1.
Yeah, he
Number
actually made it.
one.
Actually, most of these videos he's made a video on. I think the only ones he
Yep.
hasn't made a video on is the Rekka 7.
Oh, he's done
and,
Eureka 7 for his
Daikon.
retrospective.
He's talked about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, as
yeah.
old as the anime
Yep,
cast,
yep.
yeah, you're right.
And he's made like After Dark videos about
Well,
Utena before.
maybe. What about The Wind Rises?
Yeah, that was like his
He's
first
talked
video.
about it, yeah.
I think
Oh,
that was his
shit.
first anime video. Was it Wind Rises?
Oh.
Like,
It's a
analysis.
list. Also, Guardian's Wing. I don't like the inclusion of that, but that's a personal thing. So
All of these shows are ones that I've either seen or have been putting off for a couple years, or they're Eureka 7 because they're kind of, that one's kind of like new to me. Like I've only been around people who either hated it or who like it, and I don't like them.
I watched the first
So-
episode and thought it was boring as fuck and dropped it like 2 years ago.
I'm also glad that he included the manga when talking about Fully Cool.
Yeah.
The manga
What
is
do you
also
include?
great.
What do you include?
The manga when talking about Fully Cooley.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Fully Cooley manga is great.
See,
I haven't seen Fully Cooley. I've seen the first episode and I thought it was boring, so I dropped it.
Hootie Cootie.
how can you find it
But
boring?
like
Farthest
half
thing
of the
boring.
Discord's favorite anime is Fully Cooley, so I kind of want to pick it up again.
No,
We should
No.
do a rewatch about
no,
it.
fucking
honestly.
Fully Cooley missed the like top 9.
Our
or-
frickin'
or,
series
like,
is
3
going to
by
be
3.
Diglette Cast, now the
I
Digi
know, it's
Discord
crazy.
3x3.
Goddamn,
Right.
goddamn
Oh yeah,
idiot.
who
Because
even made
that's-
that one?
That's like
know,
Wada's.
Endless.
No,
favorite
the
anime. I'm pretty sure it's
3x3
Guns-
for
no,
the
Guns' favorite
Digi
anime is
Discord was
Sakura.
literally people submitted their 3x3s and then we tallied up what
Yeah.
was the most popular.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cool, actually.
It was endless.
I didn't even
Endless
see this
made
one.
it,
Talk about.
and
I'm
then
not
I
in the
also
Discord anymore
made it
because I like didn't even know that was
Yeah.
happening until it was already over.
Me neither. Me
Yeah.
neither. I didn't know Endless was doing it until a while
Well,
later. but
yeah.
whatever.
Well, Endless made it, and then I made a larger.
I know you
version.
made like some fucking bingo thing.
Has anyone seen the
like a bingo
the video
video.
Wada made like last week?
I
About
did.
the Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, the one about
Yeah,
how.
it's
No,
really
I missed
interesting.
that one.
How Wada's
Oh, it was on,
sucking
I
I
his
just
Digi
found
Boys.
out about that and I added it to my
Oh.
watch later.
He
I didn't realize
outed
the
out,
Digiboys
yeah.
channel was still real.
It's not. He literally says in that video, "This is the last video on Digiboys, probably."
Okay.
Well,
not
although,
if we,
wait,
not if he gives us a shout out.
yeah. Well, actually,
Wada.
Wada did offer us to post this to Digi Boys.
I thought that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think we should do that. Maybe we'll do double post. Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, let's just move on. Wait, hold on. Well, we have to rate these.
8 out of 10.
I'd give it about a 7.
I
out
give
of
it a
10.
0 out of 1.
I give it a top 8 anime out of top 10 anime.
Yeah. The only interesting thing about this video is like the meta
Digi
narrative
and
of
his evolving taste.
what's going on with his list. But the actual
This-
video, like he just gives like a 2-minute like.
I
oh,
mean,
Cam,
it was just
this
something to
is about
quickly pump
friendship,
out
guys.
because it was his birthday and he had better shit to do.
But did anyone? But guys, did
I don't
anyone?
blame him.
This
Did
gives
a-
me something to put on my watch list. That's
The
why.
whole
That's why I rated it.
Yeah,
Did
that's
did
true.
anyone sneak an eggplant onto his lawn that day?
Yeah,
I don't
right.
think so.
I give him.
That's my dream. My dream is to sneak an eggplant onto Digilon one day, on his birthday.
I give this video the sleeping face emoji.
Fair.
I give the video this should have been After Dark vlog out of.
I mean,
7.
I think Digi is just trying to put all of his shit on the main channel now.
Yeah.
It's gonna ban.
I don't even agree with that argument that this is just an After Dark video. I think that's a
He's
dumb argument. Anyway.
essentially starting to bring his After Dark content over to the
right.
main channel, so he doesn't put it all on After Dark.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the important
Yes.
After Dark content. Like he's not gonna put
Like,
like a JoJo
he's not
movie
gonna
over
put the Bardock Obama drama where he's just drunk and yelling on the channel.
Yeah.
Because my friend who slightly follows Digibro said that, oh, I saw the video of him talking about Bardock Obama and he was just like yelling and I had to keep on adjusting the volume. I'm just like, I'm pretty sure that's an After Dark video. I don't think you were on the right place. I think it was just a recommendation. You weren't looking at your subscriptions.
But guys, for real, the best video this month was actually on the After Dark channel. It was my dad.
Oh, yes!
Oh, it was so
Space
good.
That was the best video
It
this month.
was so good.
I give that
2
one.
out of 1.
Space Force.
If you saw, you know, in the beginning of the podcast, you should see the paradigm is Japanese colloquialism. I added that at the end.
Anyway.
I give that one a.
So
They've
we're going to
probably
move
already
on to
seen
the
that.
last
A
video
100
for this
emoji.
part of Paradigm.
Yeah, last video.
Wow.
Finish him
This
though.
is the worst. This is
Finish
the
or
worst
fail.
video.
No, incorrect.
Incorrect. False. Fake news.
Fake
So
news.
finish or fail, full dive.
Finish or fail, full
Muhyo
dive.
with no
Muhyo to
Rouji.
Rouji.
I think the
something or
concept
Finish or
of
fail.
this is solid. I just think he should have edited it down even more or sped it up somehow.
Yeah.
See,
No way. No way. I want this exact length. This is the exact type of content I want. This is how. This is to me.
Even
this is
listening
the
to
Coco
it
finish or
sped
fail.
up was
no,
too
Coco,
slow for me.
you know what, Coco? You know what?
Yeah.
You know what this
What?
is, Coco? You know what this is, Coco? This is
What?
literally a reaction channel. Digibro.
But he's actually saying relevant shit.
But it's
Yeah, but his reactions like work
he
out.
actually
Like I want to know like
stops
the
and
full
explains
process.
it.
Yeah, but
he
this-
actually like goes through it.
yeah.
This is literally. This is literally anime sins, but without the you know the sins.
It's literally
No,
just,
it's just
the
with
same stuff
opinions
he's
instead.
doing, except he actually does
No.
it like instead of doing it just like stopping in the middle and then being like, "Oh yeah, I thought this." He actually does it in the moment with very clear thoughts.
Yeah, the biggest
Right.
problem with this
I
video
don't-
is the subject of the video, which is Muhyo Rouji, which
Well, yeah.
is
the
like
worst
not
part of this
awful
episode
and
is
isn't
that
great.
the fucking show. So after trying to rewatch this video, it was so boring. I didn't give a shit about whatever the fuck was going on in the anime.
Yeah, it's because of the show. Like the Sword Art Online full
yeah,
dive that
Sword
comes
Art
out like
Online-
5 episodes later.
Yeah.
That video is great.
I rewatched that earlier today, and it is better.
I honestly,
Yes.
if
And
I'm
it's
gonna
because
be
of Sword Art
honest,
Online.
I didn't like the Sword Art Online one as much. But we can talk about that
He made-
later.
We'll save that.
We'll save that for later.
He made
Yeah.
some he made some dumb arguments in that video, but whatever.
So I do think that there are a lot of things that I just don't like about this entire format. He said he did this because a lot of people didn't understand him in the normal, like to watch an episode and just talk about it after not showing the show, and people apparently are too dumb to like understand what he meant. So you have to dumb it down and just go scene by scene. I don't like that. That's too boring for me.
Dude, that's what. Oh shit! I'm like looking at the video and I just realized
I mean, that's
know
what I
one of these
liked
kanji.
about original Finish or Fail though. Like all the way back in like whatever, like 2017,
17, yeah.
16, 17. I just liked the mulling over the show like as it continued on and like pausing when there's a good thought and stuff like that. That's why I just
Yes.
like the stream of consciousness.
Yeah, this is
Oh, yeah.
basically just like a your anime sucks Sword Art Online 2, except
Yeah.
it's less edited.
Really,
and
my
less
only
written.
problem with it is I just feel it's too slow, but that's part of him doing it on the fly
Yeah.
and trying to process his thoughts.
It's
Yeah.
definitely just part of the anime. I think, honestly, this might just be biased 'cause I just hate this anime. But I think if he did this with like Haruhi or Dragon Ball, I wouldn't even be that mad. I don't think,
Yeah.
it's probably just all biased.
It either
I'm
has to be
biased.
a really good show or a really bad show
yeah.
for
That's
this
what it's
for this
gotta
format
be.
to work.
It's not Digi being a shit YouTuber. It's the show.
So, I gave this one Muhyo
Well, Digi-
Rouji out of 10.
Well, Digi is being a shit YouTuber by picking bad shows.
Yeah, exactly.
Called out, Digi. Pick better
It's-
shows.
Yeah.
I feel
we're
like this is a
calling you out.
bad format for Finish or Fail because so many of the shows are going to be at this level, And so,
yeah,
Exactly.
I guess
so-
so. I guess
so
so.
This
if
is
this-
exactly why I recommend him doing a re-finish or fail, where he goes back to his old shows and just good ones. I'm gonna keep talking this until he fucking acknowledges
Well,
it.
here's the thing. The point of finish or
Okay.
Yeah, I
fail
thi-
is to
I-
create
yeah,
a list
That'd be
for
kinda
the
cool.
freaking year. So if he goes back to old years,
which is
No, the point is to finish
true.
every single anime ever or fail.
No.
well, no.
That's
then
the
why
point.
would he
No,
return
that-
to it
Every anime.
if he failed it already?
Well, did you not
Yeah.
watch? You
Yes,
never
but the
drop
whole
anything?
point of finish or fail.
You
do you
didn't watch
think-
it. You clearly
Okay.
did not watch it.
You're not going to finish everything.
Clearly
but
you will-
what
you
I'm
will
talking about is specific.
You know what? Maybe you won't. Maybe you will drop everything, but not Digibro. I believe in it.
Sure, looks at his like completed and
believe
dropped
in
being
your
like equal.
yeah. Yeah. He could probably finish every show he's ever dropped. It's alright.
I feel like this is a bad format for finish or fail specifically as a show because it's supposed to be
I
every
think the
single
only
seasonal show.
the way
And most
it would
seasonal
work
shows-
is specifically once he's too fed up with it, he just like because I think with the format where it's the stream of consciousness and he wants to get to the end of the episode, it makes it too long. Where if it was a show that's so bad where he's eventually just like, oh yeah, I'm turning this off, and it would be a lot shorter. But because both videos so far he's felt like going through the full episode, it just takes way too freaking long.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. The problem is the problem is that if this were a full finish fail, like every video, we'd have like 10 30-minute videos and then like another 20 5-minute videos all going through this, and this is like too much, and too much of it is just not very good.
Well,
Whereas
he
the-
compiles it
the-
all into one video.
To one like 3-hour video, I mean, I guess.
That would be
Oh,
good,
that'd be
actually.
sick.
Yeah, what be sick.
I just need something that's long that
While
I
I
can
play
just listen
Monster
to for
Hunter
a while
World.
and fill up some space bomb. Right, and other shit like that.
That's.
I mean, I suppose.
Well, there's literally.
Wants to rate
But
it?
yeah,
Are we
fucking,
good?
waifu
Are we,
cast.
are we gonna rate it
So
now?
the ratings, yeah,
True.
I give it 1 full dive out of 10 full dives.
I give it
give
a
it a 1 out of
pass.
1.
Even
Give it
like
a-
a pass isn't it did well enough. I just think it needs a bit more perfect. It needs to be the concept needs to be ironed out.
Finessed.
I give it a pencil dive out of my dick.
I give it a
Because my dick is also
Pencil
hard.
dive your dick right
I
into
give
his
it-
anus.
I give it a micro penis.
You've already said
out of junk.
said what you
You've
give
given
it.
it- you've
Slimbro. You
given
can't
this
give it multiple
video
scores,
3 scores.
okay? You idiot. You know, just because I'm not gonna give it
Absolute
a
fool.
score.
well, on that note,
Thank you for watching the Diglette cast.
yeah, Diglette Cast. We'll be back in episode 2 starting at Isaiah
Yep.
getting punched.
Well, I won't.
Yeah,
I'm dead.
Going from
I'm,
Isaiah
I'm,
getting
I'm,
punched.
True.
I'm killing
to
myself in like 8 minutes.
whatever.
9:30 is the time.
Thank you for coming, everyone.
Don't. Yeah.
We'll
have
see
fun.
who's coming back
All
next
the
time.
videos are in
See
the
you.
fucking
I'll
See
description.
you
hopefully be
next
here
time
unless
on
I
the
was
Diglette
assassinated.
cast.
Peace out. I'm gonna stop hitting
Alright.
recording now.
Bye.
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 Bye.